Okay, tell me about football this year. We want you to be a starting quarterback. We want you playing every primetime game. We've actually said that a couple different times. Either you or Carson Wentz need to be on a team that is debuting in a new country. Yeah. We would like you to be the starting quarterback for it. How was this last season for you? Your thoughts on kind of the year as backup, then we play a little bit, then you kind of continue in that world. Yeah. How have you taken ownership of that, and how do you feel right now?
Well, this season was very fun to be in the market of New York City and New Jersey, man. Just been around those fans. They are
the greatest city in the world.
The greatest city in the world. The greatest city in the world. Yeah. I can sing. But I believe this season, man, it was so I would say it wasn't the season that we wanted it to be. And it was all because of finish, right? And I'm grateful that we got Coach Harbaugh. Coach John Harbaugh is about to do his thing. I'm happy that we got Matt Nagy as offensive coordinator to work with this young quarterback that we got. That was one exciting thing that we saw offensively, that we got a nice young quarterback. But we got to finish. And I'm happy and grateful that we have the possibility of finishing stronger up under a new regime with Coach Harbaugh.
Tell me about Jackson Dart a little bit. Obviously, he's super cool, isn't he? Super cool.
He's swaggy. Yeah. He's a vibe, man. One of the coolest, most laid-back competitors that you see. Yeah, he's smooth. He looks good. He knows he looks good. He's confident, but he's a competitor. He's fearless, man. He's a warrior out there on that field. A lot of people try to tell him, hey, man, stop getting hit so much. But let me tell you something.
Well, just diving head first.
But the reason why is because we got another crazy rookie in Cam Scatbo.
4-4 and 6.
Right. Now, he helped take the licks off Jackson. Right, who you said 4-4 what?
4-4 and 6.
You know who that is.
Let me tell you something. That Cam Scatbo, that's my 4-4 bulldog, my pet. I'm trying to tell you.
And it does feel like he would just kind of go.
He would, man. Yeah. He's a go-getter. I believe our defense is good, man. We got some great stars. We got a defensive line. I believe our DBs are good, man. We got to get Cordell Flott back, man. Paulson Adebo, he was playing banged up a little bit. I think we got a good core. We just are required to finish in the fourth quarter and win some football games.
I love where your mind's at. And Bruce Brown's in the back. He's a New York Giants fan. I can hear him just kind of succulently there he is. There he is right there. He's excited as well. He thinks the Giants have a very bright future. It sounds like you feel the exact same way. AJ has a question for you, Jameis.
Yeah, we've seen in the past you've had some very unique workouts in the offseason, maybe some of your quarterback workouts. I'm curious for this offseason, what's your plans? What do you have been doing? Is there anything you're adding into your repertoire?
In terms of my just consistency, doing more position-specific type things, because one thing I know about me is God has blessed me with an incredible arm.
Rocket for him.
Right, so just staying technique sound and focusing on the little things, just building on those things. Like, it's the 10,000 hour rule, right? I've been doing this for a long time now. You got to tune up those things. I'm actually going to spend some time, some great quality time with Jackson out there, working out with him out in L.A. And I think one thing about being a older quarterback, working with a young quarterback, you get that hunger. Again, you see the young guy moving around, you want to move around like that, and then you compete. Like, you keep that competitive nature. And my trainer, Otis Leverett, will be out there with me. Okay. So you probably see some viral moments, some viral clips. Man, we got to, look at this game. Look how this game is played, right? Like, at the quarterback position, you have to extend plays, right? You have to be able to break tackles when it's called for, right? And you got to be able to sit in the pocket and make those throws.
Yeah.
So you've always been blessed with this here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything? You can throw everything, you think? How are you at, baseball? You throw a baseball?
Baseball, yes.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Rocks? You throw rocks?
Rocks, yes.
He was big-time baseball.
Played at Florida State.
Yes, I actually started on the baseball field before I did the football field.
Oh, yeah, I remember you in the hat, the whole – yeah, I remember that. Yeah. What were you? What position? Pitcher?
I was outfield, and I was a closer, yeah.
Could you see the curveball?
I could see everything. I could see everything.
No, actually,
at the time you
could not.
I actually wore contacts in baseball.
Have to.
Seeing bodies, right? Like, I'm like, I got this. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was one of the most impressive things of all time, with how impressive you were as a quarterback. And then we find out Jameis actually couldn't see anything that was happening on the field. Get a LASIK, you kind of do your entire thing.
40, 60.
I was just told you see 40 feet to 60 feet?
No, 40, 60 vision.
It had to be worse than that. I mean, it had to be the worst of all time.
I got 2015 now.
LASIK's the greatest.
LASIK's amazing.
You wake up like the next morning and it's like, wow, I didn't know the world was like this.
I'm reading stop signs and license plates and stuff like that. I never knew they had those.
Yeah. He was playing quarterback in the NFL then. Tone has a question for you.
Off of that, who's the better baseball player, you or Russell Wilson?
Man, me and Russ had this conversation a lot, and he knows that I'll strike him out. Obviously, he did it at a huge level. He played for the Yankees.
Every spring training.
Yeah. So like his was more.
What do you mean?
Spring training. Look, strategic. Russell Wilson is a strategic genius, right? He did play for the Yankees.
Well,
yeah. All right, don't do him like that. But I will strike Russell butt out. But man, I was really grateful that Jackson got a chance to be with myself and Russell Wilson in the quarterback room. Man, seeing Russell Wilson being the Super Bowl winning quarterback, future Hall of Fame quarterback that he is, humble himself and serve this young quarterback with the type of swag. Like, Jackson has so much swag. Like, for Russ could have easily just kept quiet, stayed to the side, and just, hey, I'm going to let the young buck do it. But Russ was proactive, man. We were working. We were there 8 o'clock at night, man, still studying, watching film, helping this young kid prepare, man. And it was something that was made where Jackson got to see early on the love and the obsessive trait that is required to be an elite quarterback in this league. So for him to get that his first year, seeing a Super Bowl winning quarterback, seeing a quarterback that thrown for a gazillion yards, right, that's won good football games in this league, and him being a rookie, being thrown out there, right, in circumstances that wasn't easy for a lot of us in that room, right? Because they brought Russ in. Like, shoot, I went up there and signed. They signed Russ 2 weeks later.
Yeah. We thought you were getting a shot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So all of us were in those situations, circumstances, conditions, and facts that don't really matter. What matters is our choices and decisions and how we respond to anything that comes our way. It's a growth process, and I think, like, honestly, I'm grateful that the NFL has allowed me to endure that growth, right? Like, one of my favorite scriptures, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, through him who strengthens me, right? But before that, Paul is in jail talking about being good with a lot and being good with little. And he talks about how he learned the secret of being content, right? Everybody talks about, I can do, with God, I can do anything I put my mind to. But no one talks about when you are in those high places, when you're having success, right? And when you're in those low places, it's equal. Right? That contentment doesn't mean satisfaction, but that contentment is required to be the light that we all required to be.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you.
You did a prayer for us last year. I think we just ran it. Yeah, it was great to hear. I mean, you immediately went into it. We are not joking about your name here. We are getting out here. I love that is something that you've leaned on, been very public about, and also you've always just remained true to who you are. You're an OG in that, Jameis. This is why we all love you. Go ahead, Connor.
Guy similar to that, who also is going to be a first overall pick, Heisman winner, national champion, Fernando Mendoza. You're probably one of the only people that can understand, all the success he has had, and then kind of being bestowed on, hey, you are now the face of this NFL team.
Absolutely.
Go and make them a contender, make them, a team that will be playing in the Super Bowl. What is he going through right now? Just kind of, going through the entire season, finishing on a high note, winning basically every award, and now having to kind of pivot to, hey, I'm about to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Like, what is his kind of process right now?
His process right now should be embracing everything that God has given him in terms of his accolades, this Indiana football team. Man, shout out to them. Like, honestly, like, I never would have thought in a million years that Indiana would be the national champions, right? So what they've done, what Coach Cinetti has done at that program is exciting. Really, what their boosters have done in terms of providing funds for these guys is exciting. It's amazing. But Fernando, he embraced where he's at. That time will come, right? Obviously, he's focusing on what he would love. He would love to be the number 1 draft pick, so he's preparing for that. He's practicing his meetings with coaches like, man, you're going to get it, right? But staying who you are is the most important thing. He's proud about his faith, right? He knows he was at Cal a year ago in Florida State when Florida State had beat the Cal Bears a year ago. Get Florida State some street cred.
There's some good old days, man. Florida State's winning the game.
Against Cal.
That's cool.
Florida State is coming back. Florida State coach Mike Norvell is doing his thing, man. We're coming back. We have to adjust to this new NIL college football, right? But back to Fernando. Man, he is preparing to be his very best and not worrying about the naysayers, not worrying about the people that pat him on the butt. He's focused on being the best quarterback that he can be right now.
Last question for you, James, from D-Bud.
Yeah, obviously you're still playing, but I love what you've been doing on TV as well. I think you're going to have a unbelievable career in TV. So I want to kind of ask you from that role, what do you expect, and what do you expect to see from these two quarterbacks who kind of have obviously different points in their career? What do you expect for these defenses to come out and show them early in this game on Sunday?
Well, I think in terms of the fan engagement, what do we love? We love a story, right? And Sam Darnold, he gives us that story of his resilience, his perseverance, being with 8 different teams, however many teams he was with.
Yeah.
But now to be in a position where last year, he showed that he was capable of doing it. But this year to be in a position and lead the Seahawks to a Super Bowl is impressive, right? But we know this, and he knows this because he was a special teams ace. Man, defense wins championships.
Hell yeah.
Both of these defenses are fast, they are tough, and they are the most in sync defenses that I've seen in a long time. It was 3 teams that I thought, 4 teams, including Sean Payne's Denver Broncos, the Houston Texans, the Seattle Seahawks, and the New England Patriots. Their team camaraderie about how they swarm and attack the ball on defense was electric this year. But obviously, young Drake May, him being this new upcoming of everybody trying to go ahead and crown him the next thing, man. But seriously, everybody trying to crown him the next thing. He has a lot on his shoulders, right? But what he has been doing well, and what the most important thing that a quarterback does is win football games. He doesn't have to do too much. He doesn't have to go and create this Super Bowl winning moment. Obviously, the team wants him to do that. I think Sam has more to prove in terms of fan engagement into the world, because we've seen him on these big moments, right? And now we're all rooting for him to come through and win, right? But Drake, this is going to be our first time, really, all eyes being on Drake May as he lead the New England Patriots back to their promised land, right?
Oh, yeah, and to your point, too, the Pats game against the Giants was where Jackson Dart tiptoed down the sideline and was like, hey, man.
Oh, got absolutely blasted.
Time to stay either out of bounds or
Don't you think you say, like you talk about his competitive fire and how guys like it and everything, when he was just diving head first.
Crazy.
Don't you think that is a time for you to maybe say, hey, young man,
What,
we don't need to throw CT on a platter like that.
Listen, man, I remember my rookie year, and I don't know if we could pull a clip, man, but we're playing against the Atlanta Falcons in the old Georgia Dome, man, and we're called a toss sweep to Doug Martin on the right-hand side. I remember tossing that ball to Doug Martin. I pulled like I was a freaking pulling guard, man, and I went and tried to knock out the middle linebacker. Now, it was a stalemate, right? I didn't go back. I didn't go backwards. I didn't go backwards. but literally, I remembered that moment, right? And we went on to win that game. But later on in the season, man, it was a 3rd and 17 in Tampa Bay, man. And I scrambled and everything. And I had to get the first down or we were going to lose the game. And I ran over that same linebacker, and I turned out of it. And then I got the first down. We ended up kicking a field goal to win the game, man. Like, as a young quarterback, you have to play with your instincts, right? You can get coached from like, oh, Jackson, you shouldn't be tiptoeing on the sideline. Never tiptoe on the sideline when you're a quarterback, right? They're trying to knock your head off, right? But he's learning, and he's getting better, and he's going to be fun to watch for years to come.
And yeah, you're tough to tackle. What was that catch this year, right?
Oh, yeah, against the Lions.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Look at this quarterback. Look at Gunnar Olszewski. Oh, coming back to the football. Oh, my God. Come on. Sit down. Sit down.
Wow. How'd that feel? That felt good.
Man, it felt great, man. I was waiting for that opportunity, and it came.
Gunner.